Hello and welcome, and it is go time. I'm Sonia Davies, spiritual advisor, and if you're new to my channel, you're very welcome. I write channeled messages every morning. It's part of my own ritual. I've been doing that for a long time now. And some of those are not just for me. Some of them are very personal, but some of them are for you, for me to share with the wider collective, to help you on your journey. This is one of those. And what a time we are in. So I'm recording this on Tuesday, the 30th of June, 2026. It's a little after 10 in the morning as I'm recording this. And just a couple of hours ago, we completed the three massive transits. Mercury went retrograde. We had the full moon in Capricorn just after midnight. This is UK time, of course. Please adjust for your time zone. And a little after 6:30 this morning, Jupiter moved into Leo. Now, I don't know about you, but yesterday I was feeling very heavy and like I was clawing my way through treacle, and it was definitely the energies. And today I've woken up and it feels very different. And the message that came through for this morning, which is what I'm going to share with you in a moment, is absolutely it's time to move. What I do want to do is put a bit of a caveat on that because you might be feeling exhausted. And I'm going to talk about that after I've read out the channeled message. What I'm going to do, and like I say, if you're new here, I will read out the message that came through this morning. And then I'm going to talk about it and give you a sense of some of the other things that I get, because I work very multidimensionally, and when I receive these messages, they come through as writing. I have my eyes closed and I just put the pen on the page and see what comes out, read it back afterwards. It's often as much a surprise to me as it is to anyone else at that time. But I also have other sensations. I have images, I have feelings, I have other thoughts surrounding the message as well as it comes through. And I will share those with you after I've read out the message. So what I invite you to do is, if you can, please just gently close your eyes, because that allows you to feel the frequency of these words. These messages are channeled. They are a frequency transmission as much as they are spoken words that you will hear in your human ears, but your energy field will feel them. So if you close your eyes, just close your eyes now if you're able to. If you're not, don't worry. Just take a nice deep breath and I'll read out the message. It is not a moment to pause this now time. It is a moment to move and look forward with purpose and intention. The time for reflection is done. Now is time to enact that which you know already in your heart. This is a moment to galvanize your inner strength and truly believe and trust in the universe and your place within it. Complacency will not serve you. The energies shift and they are yours to harness. You have a choice, always a choice, and you can sit in stagnation and reflection, or you can galvanize your inner knowing and use these momentous moments to turn your reflections into your reality. There is potency here, but you must choose whether to use it or not. There is no judgment in inaction, never judgment. But if you wish to ascend in your highest timeline, it is now that you are gifted the opportunity to harness and move. Which will it be, beloved one? Which will it be? In love, in light, in choice. Well, that was pretty direct. It's interesting because so much of the last, I'm going to say last month, really, the messages, if you've been around on my channel for a while, thank you, by the way, I appreciate you. You will know there's been a lot of message about don't rush. It's not a time for doing, it's a time for being. It's a lot of going inward. It's a lot of reflection, of releasing, of letting go of old timelines, of old ways of being, of old habits, a lot of looking inwards to find out your truth and really connect with that deeply. And literally today they're going, right, come on, let's go. Now, what I'm getting a sense of is this isn't about leaping out of the starting blocks and rushing forward without a plan. That's not what this is about. This is saying you've got energies around you that are here for you to use. And there are so many transits happening astrologically and energy shifting through July and for the next sort of 6 weeks or so. I'm getting to about the middle of August. That's where I'm getting. I know some people say we've been through the biggest shift already in June. Some say it's July. I'm going with about the middle of August. However it plays out for you, though, and I'm also getting the sense it might be different for all of us as well, which is also part of the unique journey we're on. But everyone's talking about these energies in the next few weeks are so powerful. They are beyond anything we've experienced before. I've had my own incredible experiences. I did my own, like I say, we had the full moon in Capricorn in the very early hours of this morning. So I did my own full moon ritual last night. And actually what I found was it was just the last little bits that I was releasing. And this is about, okay, so this is about action now. Mars is going to be really activated this month as well with some of the transits. And we've got, I mean, I'm not going into all of the astrological transits. I'm a massive consumer and fan of astrology, but I do not class myself as an astrologer at all. I am an enthusiastic amateur. There are many, many incredible astrologers out there. And please do go and find ones that resonate with you. There are many. But what I'm feeling is the energy. I'm an energy worker first and foremost, and I work with energy, and I really feel there's a different energy today, a really different energy today, particularly to yesterday's. And this message today is saying this is a moment to galvanize your inner strength, trust in the universe and your place in it. And that's what I'm getting a sense of with this is about, we've done all the inner reflection, we've done all the work. I mean, if you're a light worker, if you're on your path of growth and spiritual connection, and frankly, you wouldn't be here on my channel if you weren't, you are, wherever you are at in your journey is perfect for you. Your soul is controlling your timeline. But we've been through such a powerful time of cleansing and clearing. 2025 was the ultimate in letting go of stuff, let's be honest. 2026, for me, certainly started with a real period of inner depths. I mean, I almost stopped completely. Not quite, but very nearly. Certainly my business went, oh, no, just stop, just stop. And it barely trickled along for the first 3 or 4 months of this year. We had some massive, massive energies going on, and it's felt like they've been building to a crescendo. And June in particular, we're on the 30th of June now as I'm recording this. Whenever you're watching this, trust that it's perfect. But I've really felt that it was like the last little bits being cleared out. And literally today they've come in and gone, let's go. Come on. You've done all the thinking now. You've done the being. You've done the reflection and the deep work, and you've cleared lots of trauma, and you've healed lots of generational trauma. You've looked at your past lifetimes, and now it's time to move forward. Now, I'm not saying that's me speaking for me, right? But I'm not saying that is exactly where you're at. What I'm talking about is the energies now are saying, okay, it's time to now take action. Now, your action will be different from mine. And that's perfect because we're all unique. We're all unique souls having a unique experience right now. So the specifics of what it is for you to go and do will be different for what they are for me, and that's perfect. However, what I want to invite you to think about is, what have you learnt? What have you learnt about yourself? What do you know you now need to do? This is the time to actually start going and doing some of that. Now, I said earlier in the video towards the beginning that there is a caveat on that. The caveat is listen to yourself. This is not about going and doing action for action's sake. This is not, absolutely not, stepping into that hustle culture, that go and do, and never stop and never pause. It's not that kind of go energy. This is saying, knowing everything that you know now, based on all the work that you've already done, and based on the fact that you will continue to grow and things you know now, in 3 months' time, you'll look back and you'll know a lot more and different things. That's okay too. We're on a constant journey of growth. But this is saying, with everything that you already know, what's your next step? And now's the time to take that step. This is not saying, go and do everything right now, tomorrow. Run around like a headless chicken and do everything. No, 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 no. This is saying, apply the learning. Use that. So your physical body, you've spent a lot of time going inwards, looking at yourself, dealing with your own inner energy shifts, your inner awareness, your psychological awareness, getting to know your physical body better. And this is saying, okay, you've got all that learning, you've got all that information, and there's somewhere you want to go. How can you use that information to move forward? This is not running around and doing stuff for the sake of doing it. There is no performance here. This is not about putting on back on masks and going, oh, right, come on then, let's go 3D and let's put our gloves on and go to work. This is going, okay, with everything I've learned, what's one thing I can do today? What's one thing? What's the next action step that I can take right now and then go and do it? So it's understanding all the things you've learned and applying them. But there's also a sense I'm getting of, we've done an awful lot of clearing out the past. We've done a lot of ancestral healing. We've done a lot of past life healing. We've done a lot of current lifetime trauma healing. And wherever you are on your journey with that, yes, there's always more to do. Always more to do. That doesn't stop until the day we leave this incarnation and go back, reconnect with our spirit realm. That will never stop. And even then, as a soul, we continue to grow every day as well. But this is saying, what are all the lessons? We don't need to keep going back over them. There's a real sense. I had a real sense last night, actually. I've done a lot of work with healing ancestral lines, connecting with my ancestors, going back an awful lot of generations, far more than I've ever known them in my human lifetime. But connecting with those ancestors, because you were born into your family of origin for a reason. And I've been connecting with those ancestors, and the healing that we're all doing in this lifetime actually ripples back through all of them. We're healing on behalf of our entire ancestral heritage, which, if you go far enough back, is actually on behalf of all of us. So the work we are doing, anytime you do healing on yourself, you're also healing a part of the collective. It's for the benefit of everyone. So every piece of healing you've ever done has benefited everybody. And that's one of the beautiful things about this work. So the more you come into alignment with yourself, the more your frequency changes, but also the ripple effect is in everyone else you have ever had contact with and will ever have contact with. You automatically are holding that healing light for them as well. It's a powerful thing. It's incredible and it's amazing and I love it. It's one of the things, for me, it's one of the best things about this because every time I do deep healing on myself, and I've done a lot, believe me, every time you do deep healing on yourself, you're also doing it on behalf of everyone else. You're healing a fragment of every other person out there. And probably non-human as well, but I'm not going to dive into that now. I'm conscious of my previous lifetime, which was as a blue whale. My last incarnation before this one was as a blue whale. So I always reference that it's not just human lifetimes. So that's my little thing. Today, how can you use this? They're saying in this that there is potency here, but you must choose whether to use it or not. So what I'm really getting a sense of is the universe is aligning itself and all the energies are flowing through so that you can use them. They are, how do I want to say this? Because I do struggle with this sometimes because these are really big concepts that I get on a multidimensional level, but putting them into human words is not always easy. So I'm getting a sense it's like they've given us the fuel. It's sitting there waiting for us to use it, but we can choose whether or not to use it. If you have a car, for example, they've filled that with fuel. They've filled up the car with fuel. It's your choice whether you get in it and you drive or not, or whether you just sit there and leave it parked up. It's full of fuel regardless. You can choose to get in it and drive, or you don't have to. You can sit and just leave it sitting there. That might be a bad analogy given the fuel situation and the fossil fuels and the use of earth and all of that. But I was trying to come up with a way of describing how I'm experiencing this. The energies they've given us are the fuel for us to use. It's up to us. We always have free will. We always have a choice, but it's up to us whether we actually use it or just sit there and go, no, thanks, but no, I'm just going to sit. Now, they also say very clearly, there's no judgment here. There is no judgment. But there is a time, I know when I've been through really difficult challenges in my life, there's a process that you go through where you get to a point where you've done so much healing and you think, am I going to carry on sitting in this healing bubble? And it's very nice, don't get me wrong, it's very comfortable there. Or am I going to actually take the step and go back out into the real world? I mean, I had that when I had my burnout. I was off work for 5 months before, which is what led to me realizing that it was time for me to leave the corporate world and as a senior leader and move forward into running my own business and retraining and all of this, which is what brings me here now. But there was a moment where I was signed off work, so I didn't have to go to work. I was receiving, was going through a process of therapeutic coaching, which was incredible. I was better. I was so much better in myself. And I loved being off work. And I had to take the step to go, I need to go back to work. It was on a phased return and it was done, and that's fine. But that point where I went, oh, I can't, I'd really love to just sit here and carry on being signed off and but actually I do need to get back into the real world, which at that time for me was going back into the workplace. And that was only for about 6 months and I had an exit plan by then and that was fine. But it's that point. That's what I'm getting an image of here is that it's up to you. You get to choose. I could have chosen to sit for another month. I could have easily got another note from my GP to sign me off for another month. And that would have been okay. And there would have been no question or judgment around that. There is no judgment around this. But there comes a point when you go, I've done so much healing, I've done so much sitting, I've sat with myself, I've learnt from myself, and there's a sense of, so how are you going to apply that? Let's move forward. Let's stop looking back. Let's look forward now. Let's move things towards where you want to be. That's what I'm getting. You are gifted the opportunity to harness and move. That's what the energies are right now. And I'm really feeling that Jupiter in Leo energy, really feeling that really big. And for me, on my natal chart, it's actually conjunct my Mercury, and my Mercury is at 0 degrees of Leo as well. So I'm like, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm talking to you. And it feels like a real energy rush. And I'm loving it. That's why I'm here talking to you today. And I have all sorts of other exciting things in the pipeline that I will be sharing very soon. Do watch this space. And I'm feeling like the energies are there for us to harness. Now, I could go and sit on that sofa and I could watch more astrologers or whatever else it is on like YouTube. I could do some learning. I could do some more deep diving into myself. But actually, there comes a point when it's time to move forward and go, right, I've got all that. It doesn't stop. It doesn't mean my downtime isn't going to be a bit more self-development, a bit more self-growth, and some exercises that I'm in the middle of at the moment and some learning I'm doing. But they don't stop. But there's also a process of, right, let's move forward now. Let's not just look back. Let's actually go. Which is it to be, beloved one? Which will it be? That's what they say. So you get to choose. And if you want some help with that, that's what I'm here for. There's a whole raft of things that I offer that I can help with, including that final bit of guidance. If you really want a final bit of guidance, then you could book an Akashic card reading. They're really fun. I love them. I'll put the link for those below. Oh, there's free stuff as well. I'll put a load of links below this video. You can go and click on those and have a look and see what calls to you, what feels right for you. Some are paid, some are free. So I'll drop links for all of those below this so you can have a look. For me, this is about stepping into the version of you that you've done all the clearing for and going, okay, world, here I am. I'm going to step forward. I'm going to use that Jupiter and Leo energy and go, right, let's go. Let's make this happen. And by the way, I did drop in right at the start, by the way, Mercury is now retrograde. I want to say, don't worry about that. I'll put the link to a video. I did a video on my YouTube channel a while ago about don't fear Mercury retrograde. And I'll drop the link to that in below as well. That was part of my old series, Wednesday Wanderings. I have a new series coming up very soon. So keep an eye out for that. That will go alongside these channel messages. But yeah, sort of similar themes, but I'll drop the Don't Fear Mercury retrograde video below so you can watch that if you want to. I've never had a problem with Mercury retrograde. A lot of people say, oh, watch out. I go with what fit. Trust your instincts, trust your gut. That's what this learning has all been about. And this is now time to go, right, let's move forward. Where do we go? I am sending you so much love. Would you do me a huge favor? If you are not already, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel. It makes a massive difference to how this platform promotes things out to more people. And my mission is to reach more people with these messages, with these channel guidance, with the energies that are coming through that I'm sharing with you. And hit the like button if this has resonated with you. And if you want to drop any comments below, please do. I always read them. I love reading your comments. So please do that. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Right, I've got to go and do some actions. Take care, and I will be back with you soon.